So this is a very old build that I stole from the Beef and just slightly modified. I think I
I've been going out in a blaze.
took out 1 ton of ammo and replaced it with a targeting computer. I've also, let's see, what else did I do? Oh yeah, I moved 1 of the snub PPCs into the torso. That makes the convergence a little worse, but with the original build, if you lost your left side, you lost almost 100% of your firepower. I mean, the only thing you'd have left is your rocket launcher on the right side. But the build is still a lot of fun. If I want to brawl, this is the build that I want to take. You have a standard engine, so if you lose one side, then you're not going to take a heat penalty or you're not going to lose any speed. And really, you kind of intend to lose your right-hand side. All you've got over there is that rocket launcher and some heat sinks, and really this mech runs pretty cold anyway, so you don't suffer from losing those very much. But you just, take your shot with your AC-20 and your snubs, and they deliver, a lot of pinpoint punch. And then while you're waiting for those to cool down, you turn, let them pound on your right torso, and when you lose it, then you're reducing all the incoming damage because of that damage transference mechanic. So you'll survive a lot more than you should. In fact, in this match, I actually absorbed way more damage than I dealt. And that is another thing with this build, at least for me. I mean, maybe if you're a better pilot, you can do better, but I never get very high damage numbers, but I usually get a decent number of kills with this because you have weapons with high damage and long cycle times. So it's kind of like, using dual Gauss or something along those lines. Usually I also wind up destroying a lot of components, but oddly enough that didn't even happen this time.
Target acquired.
So it seems like I've been running with a lot of Blood Asp today, and so I just kind of wind up following yet another Blood Asp into battle. And I shoot that guy in the butt. I don't know why he was just sitting there, but he let me do it, so okay. And I'm trying to line up a shot on this blackjack, and bam, victim number 1. I mean, that's 40 points of pinpoint damage, and that was just more than that blackjack could take. And so I start trying to do the same thing to this guy, but he's just got too much firepower, I think, or he and his friends do. So I start shielding with that right side. And then I come around the corner, he's just barely exposed. Another 40-point shot, he can't take that either. I kind of wish I could do this build with a light engine, but the Misery has such a low engine cap, I think it's like a 315, that it's just not really worth, having that side torso penalty when you get when you lose it, because again you're really planning on shielding hard with that right side, so I don't think it would be worthwhile to make that trade-off.
New target acquired.
So here I wind up facing down a few other mechs. I wish I'd shot that guy a little sooner. I was just trying to line up the perfect shot for some reason. And so I probably could have shot him twice in the time that I had. And that one extra shot probably would have let me take out that CT.
Warning.
See, I just absorbed a tremendous amount of damage on my entire right side. I mean, even my right leg is nearly gone at this point. And I saw this guy run by, and for a second I thought he was one of ours, so I just let him go by. And then the red square over his head, registered in my brain.
Warning, incoming missile. Artillery strike online.
I have no idea where he went. Thankfully he didn't stick around, because I would have been screwed. So this is a mech that I really strongly recommend taking full survivability on if you go with this particular setup, just because it lets you absorb so much more punishment. I think you're getting something like 12% more armor, 30% more structure. which is pretty massive
New target
when you're
acquired.
already forcing the enemy to chew through that right arm and the right torso before they can even get to your CT. And here I'm watching my minimap quite a bit. This is one of my mechs where I have full seismic sensor, and see, I use it so rarely that I can't even remember the name of it. But so I'm watching my minimap a lot to see these guys who are tugging the lower level.
New target acquired. New target acquired.
Target spotted. Almost got them all. Clean up the survivors.
Still got a hunchback in the center.
The Hunchback was surprisingly hard to take down. You know, I thought I would have him on that last shot. And so this guy, I really wasn't worried about him killing me so much, but you can see the condition of my right leg, and I wasn't sure. I probably, you know, I figured I still had ammo in that side, so I didn't want him to cause an ammo explosion and have it chain up to my CT and kill me.
Target destroyed.
So here I come down, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to get him as soon as he comes out from behind the barrels, and no, he was on the lower level.
Thanks.
So I thought I would still be able to come down here and snipe that last shot, but no.
Detecting no more
Good
hostiles.
job, guys.
Nonetheless, I got 3 kills, and again, it's just, you know,
Well done.
massive pinpoint punch. So if you get someone where they're vulnerable, there's an excellent chance you're going to blow off, you know, something or another. Their CT, a side, whatever. So 3 components, only, or I'm sorry, 3 kills, only 4 components. But again, I dealt 429 and I absorbed 689. So this job really does, I think, or this mech really does its job of being an excellent brawler. You don't even have to have great aim, but, you know, it helps. You probably do a better job than I did if you have good aim.